Hey there everybody, Scudder here today, and I'm doing another garden update for you today. Before I get over to the garden, I wanted to show you guys, this is just another recycling tip that you guys can use. I got this, this is actually a swimming pool ladder that someone threw away, and I'm going to take this. I thought this would make a great trellis. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put chicken wire on either side over there, and then at the bottom I'm going to put pots, and I'm going to grow something that vines. I don't know, cucumbers or beans that vine or something, and let them grow up the trellis. And I thought that would be a great little thing for me, and it was completely free. Somebody threw it away, so I brought it home, and there's another recycling tip for you. So let's go over to the garden, and I'll show you guys how the garden's doing. And I'll try to make this quick because it is hot as blazes out here today. Alright, down here you can see my potatoes. And actually the potatoes are doing pretty good. And actually I need to add another tire on here. I have not added another tire. You add another tire and you fill it in with dirt and more potatoes will grow on that layer. And I haven't done that, but I'm going to get to it. Over here we've got some squash plants that I planted in these hanging planters, and they're doing pretty good. I was going to show you guys this too. I did one upside down plant this year just as a test, and it's not doing super great. I don't know if I did something wrong, or maybe it just wasn't a strong plant. It's putting a couple of little blooms out. I don't know if you can see that, but that was just kind of a test. So maybe next year I'll do some more. These are some more squash plants. As you can see, I'm getting some blooms. And I think the squash are going to do really good. I'm having a problem though. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can get up on these little guys here. Those little bugs right there. I call them stink bugs, but I'm not sure what they are, but I know they eat the plants up pretty bad, so I'm going to have to dust again. Here's some tomato plants. This tomato plant's doing really well. It's getting really tall. So as long as it'll bloom out, I'll be happy. Alright, over here, this is a scarlet runner bean, and as you can see, I planted it in a big pot and ran it up some hog wire, and it's doing really, really well. You can see it's blooming out real pretty, got the pretty scarlet blooms on it, and it's blooming out, so hopefully we'll get a good mess of beans off of that. Over here, these are my banana pepper plants. And they're doing pretty good. I've actually picked a ton of banana peppers off of them. You can see here, lots of banana peppers on here. I've got some bell peppers growing too. I don't know if you can see those real well, but those are actually doing pretty good. Actually, I think those are about ready to pick. All the banana pepper plants are doing pretty good, you can see. I've got my green beans, and as you can see, they are starting to run up the trellis here. So as long as I can keep them growing pretty good, hopefully we'll get a good mess of green beans off of those. More squash, more squash, more squash. These are my bell pepper plants, and I think in my last video I had talked about how they really were not doing well, and I didn't know what the problem was. I think these guys are just late bloomers because they have really leafed out well, and I don't know if you can see, but right there they're actually starting to put on peppers. So I think that with the bell peppers like that, I think that they just take a while to flower out. I've got more squash, tons of squash. I had a whole bunch of squash this year, so I think that I'm going to have a ton. You can see right here, it's starting to put on, so hopefully we'll have a ton of squash because I love fried squash. I'm going to show you, these are some more bell pepper plants. This is one of the ones that I told you I had planted from seed, and I didn't think that they were going to make it all, and actually I was getting ready to throw out the pot and start over, but they actually started coming up, so I've got a bunch of those. Cucumber plants, I don't know, down here, it looks like he's drying out a little bit or something, but as you can see right there, I'm getting lots of cucumbers. So cucumbers are doing good. Tomato plants are doing pretty good. You can see right here, putting on tomatoes. And the plants, these are the smaller plants that I had that were basically seedlings that I started, and they're starting to come up pretty good now, getting pretty tall. So those are all doing pretty well. There's another one, pretty one. Most of the rest of these I think are just tomato plants, and they are coming out and doing a little bit better. You can see my Tommy Toe tomatoes, or cherry tomatoes, they're starting to put on pretty good. So anyway, here's another tip for you too. I just thought these things right here, these are Pepsi and Coke crates, and the good thing about these is that excuse me, if you've got pots where the holes are on the bottom, the drain holes are on the bottom, and you don't want to set them flat on a table but you don't have anything to set them on, if you have some of these, if you turn them over like that, you can sit them on top of there, and that will help give you drainage on your pots. And you can usually pick these up at convenience stores and stuff. The ones I got these, they were just throwing them in the garbage, so I grabbed them for some of my plants. So anyway guys, that is the garden update for this week. Hope you guys are doing well. Keep me in your prayers, and if you have prayer requests, just send them to me and I'll pray for you. Take care guys. Bye bye.